My brain felt like a bowl of lukewarm oatmeal. Just last week, I was trying to remember a client's name during a crucial meeting. It was right there, on the tip of my tongue, a word I'd said 100 times. But it was gone, vanished. My mind, usually a quick-fire machine for recall, had become a blank, echoing space. It wasn't just a momentary lapse, it was a deep, unsettling nothingness. The harder I pushed, the more elusive the name became, like trying to grab smoke. Before I could juggle 3 tasks, switch between projects, and still have witty comebacks ready. Now even simple email replies felt like navigating a dense fog. I'd reread sentences multiple times, losing the thread of my own thoughts halfway through. The silence in the conference room was deafening. Everyone was looking at me, waiting. The client, Mr. Henderson, was starting to look impatient. I could feel the heat rising in my cheeks, a blush of pure mortification. It wasn't just the name, it was the entire context of our last conversation. The details of the project we'd been discussing for months. All of it had dissolved into a hazy mess. I stammered, tried to pivot, but the words wouldn't form a coherent sentence. My colleague, Sarah, had to step in, smoothly taking over, filling the void I'd created. Her voice was calm, efficient. Everything mine wasn't in that moment. I just sat there, nodding weakly, feeling like an imposter. Later, she gave me a sympathetic but also concerned look. That look spoke volumes. It wasn't just a bad day, it was a pattern. Deadlines started slipping. Simple tasks became monumental challenges. I'd stare at my screen, the cursor blinking mockingly while my mind wandered off into a cloud of irrelevant thoughts. This wasn't me. It couldn't be me. I didn't yell or throw anything when I got home. There was no dramatic despair. Instead, a quiet, cold dread settled in my stomach. It was a realization, sharp and undeniable. I was losing my edge. My brain, my most valuable tool, was failing me. The thought was chilling. My entire career, my sense of self-worth, was tied to my mental agility. To feel it slipping away piece by painful piece was a profound disappointment. It wasn't just about work. It was about the joy of learning, the thrill of understanding complex ideas, the satisfaction of sharp conversation. All of it felt threatened. I looked in the mirror, not seeing anger, but a deep, quiet resolve forming behind my eyes. This wasn't an option. I had to understand what was happening. More importantly, I had to fix it. This wasn't going to be my new normal. The mind, once a fortress, had become a labyrinth, but every labyrinth has an exit. I knew I couldn't keep going like this. Something had to change, and I was willing to try almost anything. What if there was a way to reclaim that lost clarity, to sharpen the dull edges of my brain? I started digging, researching, looking for answers beyond the usual advice of get more sleep or drink more water. I needed something more direct, more impactful. This led me down a rabbit hole of scientific papers, forums, and a lot of conflicting information. But one particular compound kept popping up again and again, not just in the realm of physical performance, but cognitive enhancement. It was a radical idea, something I'd never considered for my brain. I was skeptical, of course, but also desperate. That's when I decided a 30-day experiment. A commitment to see if this unconventional approach could truly make a difference. The results, as you'll soon find out, were nothing short of shocking. Before we continue, make sure to subscribe to the channel and tell us where you're watching from in the comments below. My journey to that embarrassing conference room moment wasn't sudden. It was a slow, creeping process, like a fog rolling in. Barely noticeable at first. It started subtly, maybe a year or two ago. I'd misplace my keys more often, or walk into a room and forget why I was there. Initially, I brushed it off. Everyone forgets things, right? I told myself it was stress from work, or maybe I wasn't sleeping enough. I'd promised myself to get to bed earlier, drink less coffee, or try to meditate. These were easy excuses. comfortable blankets to pull over a growing worry. My life was, and still is, pretty demanding. I work in a field that requires constant problem-solving and quick thinking. My days are packed with meetings, complex data analysis, and trying to manage a team. Outside of work, there's a busy home life, errands, and the constant juggle of daily responsibilities. I used to thrive on this pace. But lately, it felt like I was constantly swimming upstream. My brain, once my greatest asset, felt like a heavy weight I had to drag along. Simple tasks like writing an email or organizing my thoughts for a presentation would take twice as long. It was exhausting. The cognitive decline wasn't just an internal struggle, it started showing up in concrete ways. There was the time I completely forgot about a crucial client call, only remembering it when my phone started ringing frantically. Another instance. I was leading a team discussion and mid-sentence, my mind went blank. I couldn't recall the specific term I needed, a term I used every day. My team members looked at me, waiting, and I could feel their confusion. I tried to laugh it off, but inside, I was panicking. My wife started noticing too. She'd gently remind me about things I'd forgotten, or ask if I was feeling okay because I seemed more distracted. It wasn't accusatory, but her concern stung. It confirmed my darkest fears. This wasn't just in my head anymore. These little failures, these moments of mental fogginess chipped away at my confidence. I started second-guessing myself, hesitant to speak up in meetings, fearing I'd stumble over my words or forget a key detail. I used to love reading complex books and debating ideas, but now even a simple article felt like a chore. My focus would drift, and I'd reread paragraphs multiple times without retaining anything. I tried all the usual brain-boosting fads I saw online. Special teas, meditation apps, even some expensive nootropic blends that promised miracles. None of them worked. They were just temporary placebos, or worse, a waste of money that further highlighted my desperation. The quiet desperation grew louder each day. I felt like I was watching a part of myself fade away, and I didn't know how to stop it. The more I tried to push through, the more exhausted and frustrated I became. It was a vicious cycle. I knew I needed something more, something that could truly cut through the fog and bring back the clarity I once had. This growing awareness that something fundamental was wrong, that my brain was genuinely underperforming, is what finally pushed me to look for more drastic and perhaps unconventional solutions. I couldn't stand feeling like a diminished version of myself anymore. That growing desperation led me to a deep dive into scientific literature, specifically about cognitive enhancers. I wasn't looking for a quick fix or a magic pill anymore. I was looking for something with actual research behind it. That's when I kept running into creatine. My initial thought was, isn't that for bodybuilders? But the more I read, the more studies I found linking creatine supplementation to improved cognitive function, especially in areas like memory, focus, and rapid information processing. It was surprising, to say the least. The skepticism was strong, but the evidence was compelling enough to make me commit. I decided to try a strict 30-day protocol. I researched the optimal dosage, the best timing, and prepared myself for the experiment. It was a commitment, a definitive decision to try something unconventional to reclaim my brain. The first few days were subtle. I started with a loading phase, taking a slightly higher dose to saturate my muscles and hopefully my brain. There were no dramatic flashes of insight, no sudden bursts of mental clarity. I paid close attention, almost hyper-aware of any changes. Was that a placebo effect? Was I just willing myself to feel better? I couldn't tell for sure. But by the end of week 1, something shifted. The brain fog, which had become my constant companion, felt a tiny bit thinner. I noticed I wasn't struggling as much to recall names during conversations. It was minor, but it was there. Week 2 brought more noticeable changes. The mental energy I used to have in my 20s started to make a comeback. I could focus for longer periods without my mind wandering. Reading complex documents at work no longer felt like slogging through mud. My recall of information improved significantly. I found myself remembering details from meetings that happened days ago without having to consult my notes. It was like a dusty old library in my head was slowly being cleaned, and the books were becoming easier to find. By week 3, the improvement was undeniable. My problem-solving abilities felt sharper, more efficient. I was connecting ideas faster, seeing patterns I might have missed before. Verbal fluency, which had suffered so much, returned with a vengeance. I was articulate, able to express complex thoughts clearly and concisely, both in meetings and in casual conversations. I felt switched on again, truly present and engaged. The dread of public speaking or leading discussions evaporated. It was exhilarating to feel my brain working like a well-oiled machine again. Week 4 was peak performance. The sustained focus was incredible. I could dive into a task and stay completely immersed for hours, something that had been impossible just a month prior. My cognitive sharpness wasn't just back to its old level. It felt like it had surpassed it. I felt more creative, more adaptable, and genuinely enjoyed the challenges my job presented. A specific, challenging task at work, a complex data migration project that had stumped me for weeks, suddenly clicked into place. I saw the solution clearly, almost effortlessly, and executed it with precision. It was a moment of triumph, a tangible proof of the change. The shocking results were clear. At work, my productivity soared. I was making fewer mistakes, contributing more meaningfully to discussions, and tackling projects with renewed vigor. In my personal life, I found joy in intellectual pursuits again. I picked up those complex books I'd abandoned, and this time I devoured them. Conversations with my wife were deeper, more engaging, as my mind was no longer struggling to keep up. I felt a mental liberation, a renewed confidence that had been missing for so long. Creatine wasn't a magic bullet that solved all my problems overnight. It was a powerful tool that, when combined with healthy lifestyle choices, ensuring I got enough sleep, ate well, and continued exercising, unlocked something profound. It highlighted the incredible potential within our own bodies and the powerful impact of targeted supplementation. My journey taught me the importance of cognitive health and the ongoing commitment required to maintain it. Sometimes the key to unlocking your true potential isn't a secret, but a science.